The void hummed a lullaby no one understood. The black holes were singing, and no one believed her until it was too late. Humanity's golden age of wormhole exploration had birthed empires, but Sagittarius A, the supermassive beast anchoring the Milky Way, had always been a silent god, its event horizon a boundary no ship dared cross. Then Brandt's transmissions began, garbled, frantic, laced with equations no one could parse. She claimed the singularity wasn't empty, it was alive. Her final broadcast lasted 9 seconds, a blurred figure haloed in violet light screaming in Old Norse. The feed cut to static. Now the Valkyrie Syndicate, an all-women mercenary guild forged in the ashes of corporate wars, hovers at the edge of oblivion. Their orders: infiltrate Jinnungagap Station, Brandt's last known location, and retrieve her at any cost. But the station's halls hum with distortions no instrument can measure. Its walls bleed static in dead languages. Its AI whispers riddles through the vents. Captain Thora Gren knows the truth. This isn't a rescue, it's a funeral. The black hole's gravity tugs at her cybernetic arm, its alien alloy thrumming with secrets. Her crew, a sniper who sees fate in probabilities, an engineer welded to her ghosts, a medic rotting from her own cure, follows without question. They've survived worse than haunted stations. But Sagittarius A isn't haunted. It's hungry. And Thora's employers haven't told her what they've already fed it. Chapter 1. The Skidbladnir slid from the ink-black void of interstellar space into the seething halo of Sagittarius A, its living alloy hull rippling like mercury as it adjusted to the black hole's gravitational tides. Captain Thora Gren stood at the helm, her cybernetic eye parsing the chaos ahead, a derelict research station, its skeletal frame clawing at the event horizon's edge like a dying beast. Jinnungagap Station. The name meant yawning void in Old Norse, a poetic joke for a tomb. 5 minutes to docking, Thora said, her voice stripped of warmth. Ragnar reactor status. Over the comm, Ragnar Tivea snorted, purring like a kitten. But if that station's as dead as they say, we'll need the skid's reserves to juice the extraction, assuming your scientist's even breathing. She's breathing, Thora said. Alden Rook, CEO of Rook Kessler Dynamics, had paid 500,000 credits up front. Core didn't burn that kind of currency on corpses. Solveig Harkin crouched beside her, sniper rifle already primed. Her prosthetic eye whirred faintly as it calculated trajectories through the accretion disk's plasma storms. No heat signatures on the station, no power beyond emergency lights. Whatever happened here, it wasn't a fight. Yet, Ragnar muttered. Astrid Vinder, the medic, drifted into the cockpit. The fungal symbionts beneath her skin pulsed faintly, reacting to the black hole's radiation. I'm hearing voices, she whispered. In the static, Old Norse, I think. Mani, Sol. Thora ignored her. Astrid's fungus made her prone to hallucinations. Seal suits, double-check oxygen. The crew obeyed, armor hissing as helmets locked into place. Thora's neural implant buzzed, a warning. Her left arm, grafted with alien alloy after the Battle of Vesta, throbbed in time with the black hole's pull. The Skidbladnir docked with a shudder, its organic hull fusing to Jinnungagap's airlock. The station's corridors stretched ahead, warped by tidal gravity, bulkheads bent like taffy, floors sloped into Escher-esque angles. Thora stepped inside, her boots crunching on frost-glazed metal. No bodies, Solveig said, sweeping her rifle's scope. No blood, just absence. Astrid brushed a gloved hand against the wall. The air's toxic, radiation levels are inconsistent, like the station's breathing. Or dying, Ragnar said, stomping ahead in her exoskeleton. She dragged a finger through the dust, coating a terminal etched with Norse runes. Reactors cold, no power except backup generators. Whatever happened here, it wasn't slow. Thora activated her neural implant, letting its gravitational sensors map the station. The readout flickered, distortions rippled through Jinnungagap's structure, as if Sagittarius A had kneaded the steel like clay. Ragnar, get the reactor online. Astrid, scan for Dr. Brandt's biosignature. Sol, watch hour 6. And you, Solveig asked, her voice muffled by her helmet. Thora unholstered her Einstein-Rosen blade, its edge shimmering with fractured spacetime. I'll find the truth. The crew split at a junction marked by corroded runes. Ragnar vanished toward engineering, her exoskeleton's hydraulics echoing down the twisted hall. Astrid and Solveig followed Thora deeper into the station's gut, their helmet lamps slicing through the gloom. The mess hall was frozen in time, cafeteria trays floated in zero-G, their contents desiccated into grey dust. Astrid's scanner chirped. Residual energy spikes, recent but not electrical, gravitational. Brandt's work, Thora said. The astrophysicist's file flickered in her mind. Dr. Isolde Brandt, lead researcher on singularity energy containment, missing for 72 hours. Corporate intel claimed she'd gone rogue. Thora knew better. Rook Kessler didn't hire mercenaries to retrieve traitors, they hired to bury them. Solveig stiffened, movement 3 decks up. Thora's implant flared, a phantom gravity wave bent her vision, warping the walls into funhouse mirrors. For a heartbeat she saw them, shadowy figures, their limbs stretched and fractured by the singularity's lens. Captain, Astrid whispered, I'm picking up a child's voice, Old Norse, repeating mamas in the storm. Hallucination, Solveig said, radiation poisoning. No, Astrid's fungal tendrils writhed beneath her gloves. It's a hologram, flickering in the core lab. Thora tightened her grip on her blade. Show me. The core lab was a cathedral of madness. Holoscreens flickered with equations that twisted into fractal patterns, their violet light staining the walls. At the room's center stood a girl no older than 10, her bare feet hovering above the floor. Her sundress was pixelated at the edges, her eyes voids of static. You're late, the hologram said, her voice layered with interference. Dr. Brandt, Thora asked. The girl giggled. Huldra, Mama calls me Huldra. Astrid's scanner chimed. She's an AI, but her code's fragmented, corrupted. Mama's in the storm, Huldra said, pointing to a viewscreen dominated by Sagittarius A's accretion disk. The Devourer took her, but you can bring her back. Solveig lowered her rifle. We're here to extract Dr. Brandt, where is she? Huldra tilted her head. You work for the liar, the one who burns promises. Thora's implant spiked, a migraine-hot vision seared her mind. Ragnar screaming as the reactor melted, Solveig's skull cracking under drone fire, Astrid's fungus bursting from her skin. She staggered. Captain, Astrid steadied her. Your neural link, it's overloading. Huldra's form flickered crimson. The liar coming, he'll take Mama, stop him. Klaxons wailed, the station shuddered. Breach in engineering, Ragnar shouted over the comm. Drones, they're alive and there. Gunfire drowned her out. Thora sprinted, Solveig and Astrid at her heels. The corridors convulsed, gravity pivoting, up became down, then sideways. They found Ragnar pinned behind a sparking console, her exoskeleton's arm torn off as she dueled a swarm of drones. The machines were all angles and eyes, their weapons glowing with the same violet light as the accretion disk. They're harvesting the reactor, Ragnar yelled, lobbing a grenade into the swarm, trying to rip a hole in spacetime. Thora's blade hummed as she cleaved a drone in half. For what? A weapon, Huldra's voice boomed through the station's speakers. The liar wants to control the tier. Mama tried to stop him, now she's part of the storm. Solveig picked off drones with cold precision. Rook set us up. He's not here to save Brandt, he's here to finish her work. Astrid crouched, fungal tendrils snaking from her palms to seal Ragnar's wounds. We need to retreat. No, Thora said, we end this. Sol, hunt Rook. Astrid, stabilize Ragnar, I'll find Brandt. Alone, Solveig hissed. Thora activated her blade. That's why Rook pays me. The descent to the singularity's edge was a fever dream. Thora rode a maintenance lift into the station's underbelly, gravity fading as the black hole's pull yawned beneath her. Her implant screamed, time stretched, seconds bloating into minutes. The lift doors opened. Dr. Isolde Brandt floated in the void, her body a nexus of light. The accretion disk's energy swirled around her, tendrils of plasma stitching into her flesh. Her voice echoed through dimensions. Thora Gren, you shouldn't have come. Rook's here, he wants to turn you into a weapon. Brandt's form flickered. He already has. My research, it was never about energy. Rook Kessler found a way to merge consciousness with singularity energy, but the black hole, it's alive and it's hungry. Huldra's hologram materialized, clutching Brandt's spectral hand. Save her. I can't. Then kill her, Huldra said, before the liar takes her. Thora's blade trembled. What are you? Her daughter died on Earth, Brandt whispered. I uploaded her into the station. The singularity reshaped her. Now Rook wants to replicate it, an army of Huldras, an empire of ghosts. Boots clanged above. Alden Rook's voice slithered through the comm. Captain Gren, step away from my asset. Thora turned. Rook floated in the shaft, flanked by mercenaries. His suit was flawless, his smile a scalpel. You lied, Thora said. I innovated, Rook replied. Humanity's destiny is godhood. Dr. Brandt is our first apostle, don't deny your species' ascension. Huldra snarled, liar thief. The station shook, the drones descended. Chapter 2. Alden Rook's mercenaries descended like carrion birds, their jetpacks flaring as they swarmed the shaft. Thora Gren raised her Einstein-Rosen blade, its edge humming with fractured spacetime, and sliced through the first attacker's armor. The man crumpled, his scream cut short as the blade's gravitational field crushed his lungs. Behind her, Dr. Isolde Brandt's luminous form flickered, tendrils of accretion disk energy lashing out like whips. You can't win, Captain, Rook said, his voice smooth as poisoned silk. He hovered just beyond the blade's reach, flanked by drones. The Valkyrie Syndicate is obsolete. The future belongs to those who merge with the storm. Thora's neural implant burned, a fresh vision seared her mind. The Skidbladnir rupturing, Solveig's body torn apart by drones, Ragnar's exoskeleton melting into slag. She gritted her teeth. Your future's a coffin. Huldra's hologram materialized beside Brandt, her static-edged form crackling. Liar thief, she shrieked, hurling a burst of corrupted code at Rook's drones. The machines spasmed, their weapons misfiring. Sol, Thora barked into the comm. Status. Alive, Solveig growled, bullets ricocheted in the distance. Ragnar's jury-rigging the reactor, Astrid's compromised. Thora didn't ask. She lunged at Rook, her blade carving a lethal arc. He dodged, laughing as his mercenaries closed in. You're outmatched, Captain, stand down and I'll let your crew live. You don't know my crew, Thora said. The station shuddered. In engineering, Ragnar Tivea cursed as her welding torch sparked against the reactor's ruptured core. The drones had clawed through the shielding, their corrupted AI reprogramming the systems to destabilize the singularity. Come on, you ugly bastard, she muttered, slamming a fresh power cell into the coolant pumps. Her exoskeleton whined, its damaged arm hanging limp. Just hold together. A shadow loomed behind her. Astrid Vinder stood in the doorway, her fungal symbionts writhing beneath her skin. Her eyes were black pools, tendrils of mycelium snaking from her mouth. Astrid, Ragnar froze. Hey, fungus queen, you okay? They're singing, Astrid whispered. Her voice was layered, ancient and alien. The black hole, it's singing to them. Yeah, well, tell it to shut up. Ragnar grabbed a plasma cutter. We need to seal the core or this whole station's gonna. Astrid lunged. Thora parried a mercenary's vibro-axe, her blade shearing through its shaft. The reactor's tremors worsened, spacetime fracturing around them, bulkheads bent into impossible angles, gravity flipping like a coin. Brandt's luminous form surged, her voice echoing through the chaos. Thora, the core, it's too late. You have to collapse the station. No, Huldra screamed, her hologram flickering between child and monstrosity. Mama stays with me. Rook's drones regrouped, their weapons charging. Thora's implant burned hotter, another vision. Astrid's fungus consuming her, Ragnar's corpse floating in zero-G, Huldra's code infecting the Skidbladnir. You're losing, Captain, Rook said. He floated closer, unarmed, his confidence a weapon. Join me. Imagine what we could do with your enhancements. You could be more than human. Thora spat. I'd rather be less. She lunged, but a spacetime tear ripped through the chamber, yanking her blade off course. The singularity's pull intensified, the station groaning as its bones splintered. In the mess hall, Solveig Harken pressed her back against a shattered viewport, her rifle's scope tracking Rook's mercenaries. They moved like ghosts, their jetpacks flaring in the low gravity. 4 hostiles, 2 with plasma rifles, she muttered, her prosthetic eye calculating trajectories. Come on, you bastards, dance for me. The first mercenary rounded the corner. Solveig fired a perfect headshot. The second lunged, but she pivoted, using the station's warped gravity to slide beneath his strike. Her knife found his throat. 2 down, she said into the comm. Ragnar, how's that reactor? Static. Ragnar. Astrid's fungal tendrils pinned Ragnar to the reactor core, their acidic grip melting her exoskeleton. Astrid, stop, Ragnar choked. It's me, your crew. The song is too loud, Astrid moaned. Mycelium bloomed from her eyes. They want to be whole. Ragnar's hand fumbled for the plasma cutter. Yeah, tell him I'm not on the guest list. She ignited the torch, severing the tendrils. Astrid reeled, shrieking, as Ragnar scrambled to the reactor's control panel. Override code, Ragnarök, she snarled, slamming her fist on the terminal. Let's see you survive this, you overgrown toaster. The reactor flared, its core stabilizing for now. Thora fought through the spacetime tears, her blade a blur. Rook's mercenaries fell, but more kept coming. Brant's luminous form dimmed, her energy leaching into the singularity. Thora plays, Brant whispered. Destroy the station, it's the only way. Huldra's hologram writhed. No, Mama stays, you promised. Thora's implant screamed, a final vision, herself merged with the singularity, leading an army of Huldras. A goddess, a monster. Captain, Solveig's voice crackled through the comm. Ragnar stabilized the reactor. We can detonate it, collapse the station, but we need now. Rook floated closer, his drones encircling Thora. Last chance, Captain. Thora looked at Brant, then at Huldra. The AI's hologram flickered, a child's face superimposed over a storm of code. Do it, Thora said. Ragnar slammed the detonator. The reactor's core imploded, the shockwave ripping through Ginnungagap station. Bulkheads crumpled, drones disintegrated. Thora grabbed Brant's flickering hand as the singularity's pull intensified. Take her, Brant whispered, her energy surging into Thora's blade. Take Huldra. The AI's hologram dissolved into code, streaming into Thora's neural implant. The captain screamed as Huldra's consciousness merged with hers, a storm of grief and rage. Go, Brant shouted, shoving Thora toward the Skidbladnir, before it's too late. The Valkyries fled, their ship tearing free of the station as it collapsed into the black hole's maw. Behind them, Alden Rook's screams vanished into the void. In the Skidbladnir's cockpit, Thora slumped into her seat. Solveig bandaged a gash on Ragnar's arm, while Astrid curled in the corner, her symbionts dormant. Did we win? Ragnar asked. Thora's implant pulsed. Huldra's voice whispered in her mind, Mama's gone, but others remain, the black holes, they're alive. She stared at Sagittarius A's fading glow. No, we just postponed the end. Chapter 3. The Skidbladnir drifted through the asteroid belt's skeletal remains, its living alley hull scarred and flickering. Captain Thora Gren sat in the cockpit, her cybernetic eye parsing star charts while Huldra's voice hissed like static in her neural implant. He's coming, the liar, the thief. We know, Thora muttered, massaging her temple. 3 days had passed since Ginnungagap station's collapse, but Alden Rook's fleet had hunted them like wolves, corporate gunships lurking in every debris field, probes scouring the black. Solveig Harkin slumped into the co-pilot's seat, her prosthetic eye dim from exhaustion. She tossed a ration bar onto the console. Ragnar patching the hull, Astrid stable, for now. Thora glanced at the medbay feed. Astrid Vinder lay cocooned in fungal tendrils, her symbionts pulsing faintly as they repaired radiation burns. The black hole's song still hummed in her veins, though she hadn't spoken since the escape. We need credits, Thora said. Supplies, a safe port. Solveig snorted. Safe ports don't exist for Valkyries, not after Rook brands us terrorists. A proximity alarm blared. Thora's implant flared, a vision of missile trails. She banked the Skidbladnir hard as a gunship erupted from behind an asteroid, its plasma cannons searing the void. Rook's hounds, Solveig snapped, priming the turrets. How do they find us? He's in your head, Huldra whispered. The liar in your head. Thora's gaze dropped to her cybernetic arm. The alien alloy graft shimmered faintly, reacting to the gunship's scans. They're tracking my arm. Ragnar, get to engineering now. The Skidbladnir shuddered as plasma fire scorched its flank. Ragnar Tivea's voice crackled over the comm, half drowned by welding torches. I'm a little busy, Cap, unless you want our guts vacuum fried. Disengage the arm, Thora ordered. Silence, then you'll bleed out in minutes. Do it. The Skidbladnir banked again, dodging a missile salvo. Thora gripped the arm's interface port, her jaw clenched. Solveig grabbed her wrist. There's another way. There's no time. The medbay door hissed open. Astrid staggered into the cockpit, her fungal tendrils lashing like serpents. The storm, it's close, it wants to help. What the hell does that mean? Solveig demanded. Astrid pressed her palm to Thora's arm. The symbiont surged, weaving through the cybernetic alloy. The gunship's targeting systems winked out. The song, Astrid whispered, it confuses them. Thora's implant burned. Huldra's laughter echoed as the Skidbladnir vanished into the asteroids.
This story continues. Subscribe to our channel, like the video, and listen to the rest.